Good morning.
Morning.
Mwah. What? Oh, there you are. Good grief, you're all dirty. Have you been down to the woods already?
Oh, there you guys are. Dogs are stir crazy these days. Thank God the rain dropped. Hurry up, I need you two to help me down at the barn, okay?
Hey.
I can't express what I'm feeling in words. Maybe if I don't say anything, she'll notice what's wrong.
Edgar?
Weird. I didn't see Claude on the couch last night.
Edgar, can you come help out in the barn, please?
Ah! Ah!
What are you thinking?
Do you think there is a heaven or hell?
I don't know, not in the Christian way, if that's what you mean. I think people have the right to believe what they want.
I don't mean like the Bible. I mean, do you think anything at all happens to a person after they die?
I guess I don't think of these feelings as much as I should. Lots of people believe that it's an important question, though, but it's really your choice what to believe.
If someone came in here and gave you positive proof, would you do anything different?
Edgar, even if we knew what would happen, our world is our heaven and hell. We still wouldn't know what to do differently.
I like that. This is heaven and hell and earth.
Come on, let's clear the table. We should go to the barn. You know, you really need to get that litter named. It's been 2 weeks.
What's the difference? Name them anything you want. Don't name them at all.
What's wrong? You've been dragging all day. Are you sick?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm sick of the smell of perfume.
Don't take an attitude with me. What's bothering you?
All we do is give these dogs away after so much work. There's never any point.
Oh, I see. And did you have an alternative in mind?
Something that doesn't involve us doing so much work. Something just the two of us could do.
Edgar, I've waited much too long to talk to you about this, and I'm sorry.
You're sorry for what exactly?
I know you saw your father and Claude fighting, but you have to understand those were old fights. These fights between you and your father and Claude have been going on for a long time. It's difficult for me and you to understand. No one really understands. It is possible for two people to be wrong when they are around each other. Give Claude a chance. I have, and I discovered a totally different person from what I expected.
A different person?
Yes.
After 4 months?
Edgar, do you think how long a person grieves is measured of how much they love someone? There's no rule book to see how to do this. Wouldn't that be great? You wouldn't have to do anything ourselves. That's how it is. You want facts, don't you? Rules, proof. You're like your father that way. Just because something can't be charted, logged, or summarized doesn't mean it isn't real. Half the time we walk around in love with the idea of something instead of the reality of it. But some things don't turn out that way. We have to pay attention to what's real. Do you understand?
No. Yes.
And is that the same thing as saying he's alive? Do we treat that feeling as if he were really here?
What if I think the length of a person's grief is measured by their love?
Don't worry about it, Edgar. Claude will be coming back in a couple days with some things to stay.
Do you love him?
Yes, but not the way I loved your father.
Will you marry him?
Honestly, I'm still married as far as I'm concerned. These two things just don't add up right now. I don't expect them to make sense to anyone anytime soon.
But he's not gone.
I know. All the same, you and I buried him. But he's here, isn't he? In this kennel, in this house, everywhere. But unless we walk away from this place and never come back, we're going to live with that every day. Do you understand?
She says Claude is staying for a while, but I think that'll turn into forever. I have no vote over this. I'm going to stay in the kennel for a while.
Okay, don't stay out too long.
I wish you had been out here with me last night. Then at least I could be sure what really happened. I don't know what to do about any of this. I wish I knew. I don't know how mother feels about anything. One minute she's trying to get rid of the kennel, and the next she's in love with my uncle. At first I couldn't believe it. I did everything to put the thought aside. Now I know it's true. I know that Claude is responsible for my father's death. Did I see his tracks? If I had seen them, where would they have led? I wish I could remember things from that night. He must have gotten there somehow. Did Claude look guilty the next morning, or was that just surprise on his face? We're just gonna have to sit. What was my father trying to tell me? He was spelling letters. I think I misunderstood that last one. It had been a C, not an A. H-A-C something, I.
Edgar? I wish I hadn't been short with you tonight. Would you like to talk more?
No, I can't sleep. I'm going to the barn to look for names.
Don't stay out long. You've got circles under your eyes.
Maybe I can find a name that fits. I can't find a single name in here that fits the possibilities. I've seen this one of my father's letters. Nothing useful in this one. Father is pointing me towards evidence, but not something Claude has done. Seeing him was no dream. This has happened before. Weeks have gone by, Almondine, and I only have two solutions. Either I wait and see what happens, or I run away. Claude keeps coming back day after day. He eats supper with us, he works in the kennel, and I see him all the time. It's clear that he is here to stay, and he's not leaving.
action?
I suppose it's time. I've maintained these dogs a too well-kept secret for years.
Well, I know how you think, but Trudy might appreciate your advice. She respects your opinion something fierce.
I don't know about that. Trudy likes to do it her way.
We would want to rethink your shares if it came down to this. 20% sounds more reasonable.
I haven't gotten around to signing the law in the lake yet. It's just sitting there. How much does he want?
About 12 for now. Pilot run by Christmas, and then a lot more.
I suppose we could talk to Trudy next time I'm out.
I know, Stumpy's having a fish cookout on Saturday, first of the winter.
Is that right? Lake trout?
Whitefish, I believe.
So this is Forte.
Everyone gets good at their job. It's osmosis, the most ordinary thing in the world. I have Gar's cross for Olive.
Who?
Drift. He's sired 3 good litters, I believe. Healthy as a horse. He's down in Park City.
Mother has knowledge on past litters, but she had always been indifferent to detailed research. Those 2 dogs together would be a line cross. A bad one.
A line cross?
Let's see. Olive and... Yeah, well, I'll be damned. Olive and Drift are from the same sire, 1 generation apart. Half Nelson, sired by Nelson, who was out of Bridger and Azimuth.
What's the problem with that?
Remember Half Nelson and Osmo?
Oh, yes. Not good.
Meaning?
Meaning that a couple of years ago, Half Nelson sired a little out of Osmo, with 3 stillborn and the rest straight fronts. Gar decided it was a bad cross.
Well, it would have been nice to know that a couple of days ago.
Edgar didn't know you were considering Drift until just now. Who would be good then? Do you have an opinion?
Gleam, or one of his sibs.
Gleam?
We're going to the Gleam after all. Do you want to check me up on this too? Look, is there something in particular you want to say? It's just me and you.
I bet it will. Murder. That's what's on my mind.
Look, I just want you to know, picking Gleam like that, I was impressed.
Claude just made me look like an idiot for no one to see. His comment made me feel proud and I'm ashamed of it. Gosh, he can sound so much like my father. I wonder if I could have saved father. I wonder if I could have stopped his death. I want to hear his voice again, telling me to clean the kennel. I want to feel the touch of his hands on my shoulders. I want to see him kiss mother and tell me everything is just fine. It's like I'm having a nightmare that I keep trying to wake up from, but I can't. I wish he was here. I miss him so much.
What are you doing?
Going to the barn?
It's 11 o'clock at night. For God's sake, if you can't sleep, read something.
This would be perfect to find out if Claude really killed my father. All I have to do is teach the dogs how to play dead after being touched with a syringe by another dog.
So, Edgar, did your dad ever teach you how to drive? No? That's a shame. Me and him at this age used to be driving all around town. Come on, I'll teach you how to drive. Seatbelt first. Key in the ignition. Turn it. Push on the gas. Rev it up a bit. Bring it out of park, put it in reverse. Back up. Look both ways before you back up. I don't feel like dying today. Okay, put it in drive and let's go. Careful. Easy, easy. Hey, I said easy. Slow down, slow down. Hit the brake. I'm never teaching you how to drive again.
Go crazy. Lucas, drive fast. Drive fast.
No, I said stop. Slow down. Hey, Edgar, stop.
Now what are we supposed to do?
Okay, now cut it. Action.
Get out. Come on. Just like your father.
I just don't understand why Edgar has become so rebellious lately. Against myself and Claude. I guess it's not really surprising though. He has always been hard to read, ever since he was little. I remember the Christmas when he was 5. He asked for a pocket watch with a chain specifically. It was at the very top of his list, so I wanted to make sure he got it, even though I had no idea where this fascination with telling the time had come from. I was so surprised when I found out he was trying to hypnotize the puppies. He lost interest after a while though. I remember finding it at the bottom of his dresser, after his father's death, telling his principal not to push him. I remember my words exactly, saying that I had seen people ruin dogs too many times by pushing them to do something they weren't comfortable with, and that was not going to happen with my son. I would pull him out of school myself long before that point was reached. I need to help the kennel anyway. It's turning out to be so much work. Now, Claude, that wasn't really anything I had planned, especially after the fight between him and Gar. I guess, in that sense, I can understand why Edgar might be jealous after how close we had gotten after Gar's death. Back then, we had the real thing, the golden world, the paradise, the kingdom on earth. And no one got that twice. So from now on, everything was just a compromise. Even though he had already proposed to me, it seemed more than foolish, not even worth discussing at such time. I remember one conversation Gar and I had once about what we wanted to do, other than if we were to die. Not taking the question entirely seriously, I had said I wanted him to cry twice a week in public and spend the rest of his life in abject mourning. I had also said a shrine in the orchard would be nice, but I knew he would be busy with the kennel and giving lectures on my divinity. Gar, of course, had given a serious answer to a serious question, which was one of the things I loved about him. He wanted me to remarry the moment I found someone who made me happy, but that was the way he always was, so modest, so passionate, about so many things in ways Claude could never be. For the moment, though, I need to try to figure out what's been going on with Edgar. At least it isn't something serious. I have known at once if they were.
Ida was a bit of a strange character. I've known her for as long as I can remember, though. I remember my father carrying me into her shop when I was barely a toddler. Even though she hadn't said anything, I never tired of watching her, especially her hands as she rang up purchases. The locals were used to her queer ways, but she had a tendency of scaring strangers.
You miss your daddy. He was a good man. He came in about a week before. I got a feeling from him then. It doesn't happen all the time. People will tell you it's a message, but they're wrong. Some juice feels good, some juice feels bad. What can you do? No one knows when something like that's gonna happen. When your daddy came in, he bought milk and eggs. I brought the milk up like any other day, but with the eggs, there was so much juice, I dropped the carton on the floor. He went back and got himself another, but I felt like I almost had to charge him more. People get mad when you do that. He even offered, though. That day, the total rang up to $2 even. That was the last time I saw him. I should have come to the funeral, but I couldn't. Come back here and show me what you brought. That one hasn't been here in a long time. I remember him, though. Those dog fights. No, not the bottle. No.
I don't. Calm down.
Okay, go. Film.
I don't know what came over me in that moment, but that scene was too much to handle. After it passed, it felt like I'd become someone else. The fact that Alwendine was laying beside Claude was almost unforgivable. She was acting as though Claude belonged there, when really he belonged in jail, or worse.
Pleased to meet you.
You too. I'm Claude.
Edgar! You meet Mr. Benson. He's interested in buying one of our dogs. Pleased to meet you.
So, why don't you show us what you have in store for us today?
So what do you think about the fact that dogs in the Bible are just made out to be vermin?
How about you answer this one, Claude?
Well, back then, dogs weren't really companions. They just ran the street and ate garbage, so now they're man's best friend.
Yes. Oh, here, Edgar has something to show us. Edgar, what did you... Claude?
I'll be in touch with you.
Okay, come back soon.
I'll do...
Edgar, up in the moat!
The dogs don't normally act like this, and I've seen them do some pretty strange things.
Oh, I understand.
Edgar, what was that? Claude is furious at you. What did it mean? Why would you teach the dog such a thing? And in front of a buyer too. You know it's important that we sell them. You just ruined everything.
Edgar! Trudy!
Someone's coming. Edgar, what are you doing? What have you done? Edgar, you killed Dr. Papineau!
He wasn't that innocent.
Action.
I can't believe you did this! You're such a disgrace to our family. Edgar, you won't be able to get out of this mess. Run away. Go hide in the woods. Go. When you see me behind the barn, you'll know it's safe to come back. But until then, don't come back! Action! You don't, obviously.
Megan,
Delete those two.
they're gonna see that there's no water in the pot.
You're laughing. You giggle. What a giggle.
This is my stomach. Edgar? I wish I had been.
I haven't got around to selling that lot at Lake Neemkeegan. They're just sitting there. How many does he want?
Rethink your shares in this if it came down to this. 20% sounds more reasonable.
I haven't got around to selling the lake on.
You know, Stumpy's having a fish cookout on Saturday first.
Don't worry, the dogs don't normally act like this, and I've seen them do some pretty strange things.
Oh, I understand.
I can't.
Don't jump, you'll land on my ankle.
Oh my. She does it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Okay, try. Just try. Try. No.
Okay, ready, Scoop?
Let's go. No, let's go. Come on. We're just gonna. I know what to do. I'm excited about this over.
You have to push down, okay? Ready?
Just wait.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. Ready? Step on your back, man.
Get on his shoulders. Get on his shoulders.
It's really necessary.
Yeah. Get on his shoulders.
Yeah. Bend down. Bend down. I get on your I can't do it anymore.
Oh my god. Edgar, can you come help us? Let's go. Are we filming? Okay, go.
Everyone gets good at their job. It's osmosis. Everyone gets good at their job. It's osmosis.
Come on!
God, he's eating it. Don't eat it, dog. Oh shit, no, he's growling. Zach,
Come on.
Okay then.
Don't take the cap off.
Zach. Kabush. Zach, come here.
Zach, drop.
Break it, please don't break it. Oh no, the cap came off. Got it.
You dropped the cap. He goes to jump and he just land on the side.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my hands.
3.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Or not.
That was like 5.
Hi. Yo. Scooby.
The dogs!
Where'd the dogs go? You're supposed to be signing. Remember, You're supposed to be looking at me while you shrug. You're supposed to be signing.
Some juice feels good. I can't say that.
Some juice feels good.
If she had been out there with Lisa, I could be sure it really happened. Oh, almondine.
This is almondine. That's almondine too. So is this. And that. And that. And that. Okay, go. Film.